Okay, guys, welcome back to the course. We're going to go through 4 building blocks, 4 fundamentals of good project management systems. But for right now, we're going to go through the first. So building block 1 is project manager employment agreements. Let's talk about employment agreements for a quick second. All this is a simple document that you write that outlines your expectations of someone when they get hired to be a project manager. This is probably the simplest thing you can implement. This is one of the most rudimentary business systems available, and yet 90% of the contractors that we work with don't have them. If you want to inject clarity and structure into your business overnight, this will do it. This will do that for you. So generally what these outline are a few things. And by the way, this will be in the download pack, so you can actually have a look at these on your own. Generally, what's included in an employment agreement is a description of your company values as a reminder, just at the beginning. Hey, this is who we are. This is what we're about. It'll go through deliverables and accountabilities. Deliverables are the results that you want your project manager to achieve in their role. So they're tangible, they're measurable. They would be things like, I expect you to produce this many projects or this much revenue. Of that revenue that you produce with your people on site, with your foreman, with your crews, with your sub crews, etc., we expect you to generate a 32 or a 35% gross profit margin on those projects. You may have a deliverable about staff training or customer satisfaction, things like that. But these are the KPIs that when delivered, you're getting a return on investment for the salary that you're paying them, right? So the other things that would go into this would be, like I mentioned, deliverables, accountabilities. You talk about reporting structure. Who does this project manager report to? More than likely, that's going to be you in your business, but it could be an operations manager if you're in a large business. It's going to go through compensation, like base pay and bonuses if they have them. It'll go through vacation. It'll go through general expectations like technology use and meeting rhythms, a whole bunch of stuff. And what you're doing here is you're drawing a line in the sand so that you can hold them accountable to it later on. It becomes really difficult to get the most out of people when you've not established what good looks like, right? When you don't define the role, they will do it for you. And you'll end up with people that are so-so and they do things all a different way and they're not really results focused. So these employment agreements we're going to make available as a fill in the blanks template in this course. Download it, customize it, get rid of the Breakthrough Academy logo, put your logo on. Super easy, super fast. What you're going to start seeing over time as you define more roles using that employment agreement is you will begin to have an organizational structure which takes shape, meaning you know what everyone on the team does, so do they, because it's been written and signed off on, and you know that when each person delivers on their deliverables, you as an organization hit your organizational goals, right? Generally speaking, when we set deliverables, we want to have a focus on 3 main things. One is volume. So you need to produce a certain amount. Steve Eiserman here, the project manager in this pretend business, he's expected to produce 2.5 million in revenue. That is a volume goal. He's also expected to maintain a 44% gross profit margin. That is a profit goal. He's also expected to hire and train new production staff, which leads to better quality scorecards with clients. That is a quality goal. You want some semblance of all 3 in those. When you're setting up deliverables for project managers, there's a really common mistake that often happens. Okay, a few common mistakes. One is you do too many deliverables. You give them like 7 or 9 things to focus on. I would say for simple roles, it's 3. For complex roles, it's 5, and that is it. The other thing that a lot of people do is they'll assign people deliverables that they don't directly have control over. Okay, so you'll give a project manager a sales deliverable when really they don't really sell. They just maybe occasionally do add-ons and upsells and change orders. Another really common mistake is you'll create deliverables that break team unity. So if you have people rowing in different directions, meaning all the goals of the people on this organizational chart are kind of going off. One is really focused on this thing that veers off to the left. One is really focused on this other thing that veers off to the right. You end up with a bit of a trust breakdown or a cohesion breakdown because everyone is not paddling in the same direction. So when you're setting deliverables for your project managers, you want to make sure that they're all kind of pointed towards a unified goal. Okay, so those are some best practices around employment agreements. It's probably the simplest thing we'll talk about today. Check the download out in the course, play around with it. Again, plagiarize our work. We don't mind. We will see you at the next module where we're going to talk about goal setting and execution.